Enjoy.
So for all the speakers in the room, we have, I think, 6 of us. We're just going to go in the order that was on the email. Keep it simple. So typically we start off with announcements. So anybody who's like doing things with class, or you're hiring, or you kind of want a project to announce or something like that, now is a good time for that. And I'll open up the floor in just a second. I actually have a couple announcements myself tonight. So the startup I work for, Tickle, we make a messaging app called TalkRed. We're going to be doing a little bit with wearables, but we're starting to open up for hiring, which is exciting. So see me afterwards if you're a developer, you're interested in working with a small startup. Right now there's only 5 of us. I've been there for almost 2 years now. It's been a lot of fun. I really love working there. And they let me do stuff like this. So it's really nice. Announcement 2 from me is I'm going to start a list of people who are interested in working on things with class, like who will be interested in hearing about opportunities. I get a lot of people constantly like kind of saying, hey, do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? And I don't keep track of what people tell me, so I'm going to start keeping track. So if you're interested in hearing about these opportunities, let me know afterwards. I'll write your name down and we'll kind of talk, and I'll follow up with you later. Thing 3 is we have probably bring this up. We have a message section on the Meetup page under discussions and message board. People actually post things here sometimes. So it's good to know about. And there is a job board, so like people will post things. Like there's a guy floating around, Kevin, who will be in a little bit later. He just posted something the other day. There he is. So he can tell you about that. But yeah, it's a good place to go to look. On the same topic, or there's a general discussion also here. And the last thing from me is I'm starting a newsletter. I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but I thought it would be an interesting idea to just like collect wearable news from the week and send it out, kind of focused on developers. My thought was like people who don't want to be spending all day checking their news feeds for developments. So yeah, that's what that is. So anybody else who has like announcements on projects they're working on, is hiring. I know Kevin wanted to say a couple things, so go to him first, and then anybody else who wants to can just come up and talk.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Yeah, he can hear me, no one else can, I guess. Anyways, so my name is Kevin Adler. This is the 3rd Glass meetup I've been to. And one thing I've noticed is I was really struck that a lot of the work so far has been done kind of at a hobbyist level around Glass. A lot of folks are talking about doing this and that kind of during the day, but Glass development is like nights and weekends kind of stuff. So I'm part of a company that's looking to change that. So I have a ed tech studio company called Entangled Ventures. It's just entangled.ventures, not .com.ventures. And we build companies in education, kind of like a beta works for education, using a studio model. The first studio that we're developing is codenamed Hands-Free. And it's looking at uses of visual wearables, specifically Google Glass, in higher education. We have a pretty awesome team. We've brought kind of partnerships with Berkeley, ASU, and a few other universities to the table. And we have about $500,000 that we're kind of putting into each studio to find founders who are passionate about glass development. So if you're interested in Glass, higher education, and want to be part of like a founding team of a startup that has like seed funding, I'm going to stay around for about an hour or you can just send me an email, and my email address is kevin@entangledventures. So once again, kevin@entangledventures. And the word entangle comes from quantum entanglement theory, which is the idea that like a particle can be separated by time and space from another particle, and an action on one can have an impact on another despite that separation. So we co-opted the name for Entangled Ventures. Cool, thanks.
Cool. So thanks, Kevin. Dave, did you want to say anything about Brick Simple? No? Okay.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. All right. Anybody else? Interesting projects or stuff like that? Otherwise, we'll just get into it.